Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive card reader. Today with a message for Sagittarius. Now, this is a message that I have asked from Spirit, from my guides, to give you some helpful and deeply meaningful information to help you through your week. And this reading literally knocked my pants off. I don't even know. So at any point, please feel free to like and subscribe if this reading talks to you. It really helps and means a lot to me when you support the channel that way. So let's get straight to your reading because holy mother. Okay. Energy around you this week is the Four of Swords. Now, last week there was a lot of patience being asked of you. And the energy this week is still a little bit that calmer, restful energy where you're not quite pushing ahead yet. There's still some little kinks in your mind to work out. And I love the way you respond to this. You've got the Eight of Wands is how you respond. And the image on this card is a woman with like a, dandelion when it goes to the fluffy part and you blow on it and the seeds go everywhere. So you're sitting there calmly in that air energy, that soft, restful, restorative air energy. And you're just sitting on a hill, blowing your dandelions out. And what that means is you're taking the time to reflect on what you'd like to see in your future, and you're putting that out into the universe. And it just feels so gentle. I just love the softness with which this feels. Now, the next cards, hold on to your hats. Next card's coming. We've got the Two of Cups. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, and then we've got the Tower. So I was like, oh my God, you know what? We've got this lovely soft energy here where you're just kind of contemplating and thinking what you'd like, and you're putting it out with no expectation. And then you're coming on to another thought and you're just putting it out. And then boom, you've got the Tower coming in and hitting you over the head. Now, it's not, I got a little rattled at first because the difference in the energy was so abrupt, but it's not what we think. So the Page of Pentacles, she's sitting there on her dragon and she's sitting next to the Tower. And I'll just tell you what they gave me and then I'll see if I can explain it through the cards a little bit more. Who you thought you were and what you thought you were capable of is so not true. There's something so much bigger that you are capable of and that you need to be doing. But either you think you don't know enough or you think you're still learning about it. The big reason why you think it's not who you are is because you've let other people, the Two of Cups here, you've let other people tell you who you are for so long. You've let your identity be defined by another, by someone else's idea of actually who they are, that you haven't quite lived up to all of that inner potential that's waiting to just explode and erupt. And the Tower is coming to shake you up. Now, what this means to me is because you're sitting there putting out your thoughts and your wishes, the 8 to me is inevitable. Whatever you put out there is going to come back to you. And so this is your guides in your universe saying, wake up because you're more. Ask for more. The little desires you're asking for here, they're not your whole self. You are so much bigger than that. There's a facet of you that you haven't quite, it's not discovered. It's not fully embraced yet. And it might be an ability that you're not quite sure if you have. But it's almost like the room is kind of dim. I don't know if that's making any sense to you. So you know the room is there in your house. You just don't go there very often. You don't turn on the light. And it's just kind of dim. There's some cobwebs. But they're saying, look at that room. Bring that room into your whole being. Bring that empty corner of yourself that you've just kind of cut off and laid dormant. That needs to come to the fore. And they're being pretty forceful. You look at this, they see the Tower. I mean, they're being very forceful. This is so gentle. They're being forceful because they want you to ask for more. They want you to ask for the things you desire from the full, amazing self that you are. They don't want you just to settle for pebbles. They want you getting the big, huge diamond. And it's funny, the dragons love to sit on hoards, right? They love to sit on jewels. They love precious things. And she's sitting on a pentacle on top of a dragon. It's a little blurry, but the dragon's right there. You just have to trust me. So she's got this amazing amount of potential that is just waiting to wake up. And that's that tower coming in to like hit the dragon on the head and wake him up, saying, hello, this is who you are. This is what you've wanted to do for a long time. You haven't visited this room for a while. You haven't gone to that place. But this is part of what your future needs to include. So, okay, that you guys got me all fired up. So let me just make sure that we've got everything. They're just saying don't settle for less than who you are, because someone else's perception of you is limited by their perception of themselves. If they are not someone who looks into their own infinite potential, they can't tell you who you are, because there's so many more abilities in you that can keep being cultivated, keep being developed. But unless you start to include those abilities and facets of yourself into your desires for the future, that light stays off. And the thing is, there's a funny thought coming into my head, which is, you have separate rooms in your house, but the air that moves through your house is the same, right? The air travels through the air ducts. It goes through all the different rooms in your house, but it's the same air. If you never open up that room, if you never open up that door, and the room becomes musty and full of cobwebs, that dust and must and cobwebs start flowing through the whole house. So even though the rest of your house looks like it's open and functioning and happy and moving, you've still got that dust. It's still being impacted by your shutting the door on that room. So it's really important you open that room, you air it out, you clean it out, you bring the light into it, and you say, you know what, this is part of me. I am going to enfold all of that in exactly what I want. And then that's how you put more momentum out into your future. So if you've got questions about that, please reach out. I'm always happy to clarify anything that comes up in the readings. And I also wanted to just offer to you, if you're looking for a little bit more, please check out my website, and it's in the description below. There's a lot more on offer, and there's a lot more available to you if you're really interested in your spiritual growth. So with that, I will look forward to seeing you next week, and have a good one.